Strasbourg is a charming city in eastern France that just wants to be visited. It is a beautiful French city situated on the German-French border and right in the heart of the Alsace region. As soon as you set foot in Strasbourg, you'll be swept away by this city of breathtaking scenery, history, and great adventures. This stunning city is blessed with an enormous architectural legacy, historical landmarks, vineyards, and opportunities for fine dining. In Strasbourg, you can experience the unique Alsatian culture. It is an excellent base for understanding more about the traditions and culture of Alsace, as well as engaging in the region's wine tastings. It's impossible to get bored in the fascinating French city of Strasbourg, which offers a wealth of excellent things to do. You can see the Strasbourg Notre Dame Cathedral, digest the city's history at the Historical Museum of the city of Strasbourg, bask in the beauty of the modest buildings in Petite France, and quaff oceans of wine. If you're interested in embarking on such a travel adventure in Strasbourg, France, here are the top best things to do in this marvelous French city that you should not miss. The majestic Notre Dame Cathedral, or the Notre Dame de Strasbourg, is one of the most fascinating sights to see in Strasbourg, and it really is a must-see. The cathedral is the most popular attraction in the city, and it deserves to be at the top of the list. The medieval cathedral in the heart of the city is distinguished by its distinctive pink colour and the presence of only one tower. It is a wonderful example of Gothic architecture. A fascinating aspect of the thousand-year church is that it has survived fires, storms, floods, and bombings from several wars, as well as it transitioning from Catholicism to Protestantism and the changing nationality due to wars and political accords. While admiring the splendor of Notre Dame Cathedral, visitors should not overlook the opportunity to climb the cathedral's bell tower and enjoy a panoramic view of the city of Strasbourg. It's an impressive 465 feet in height and is filled with ornately adorned Gothic furnishings and designs. The magnificence of the cathedral is on full display both inside and out and simply cannot be overstated. If you want to have a pleasant walk while taking in the city's beauty, walking along the Ponts Couverts, also known as the covered bridges, is another one of the best things to do in Strasbourg. 3 bridges span the river Isle, which flows throughout Strasbourg's historic Petite France neighborhood. The region is also dominated by 3 high square towers, which are remnants of the city walls built in the 13th century. Visiting the Ponts Couverts provides a great opportunity to take in the beauty of the town, to admire the river, and take a stroll through this historic district. You should also visit the Barrage Vauban while exploring the bridges on your way to the top. It is essentially a dam across the river intended to change its flow in defense of the city, and is located just a few meters away from the bridges. The Barrage Vauban was built to flood an entire section of the city in case of a hostile invasion. It is built on 13 arches and has a panoramic terrace on the roof that provides a spectacular view of the covered bridges below. Looking for a perfectly pleasant place to enjoy a lovely morning or afternoon stroll? Look no further than Parc de l'Orangerie. It is the city's oldest park, located in the northeastern part of the city. 140 orange trees are supposed to have been replanted at the location, reportedly confiscated from the Château de Buxvilla during the French Revolution. The park is a popular hangout for young couples, kids, families, joggers, and people who want to enjoy a good walk amidst a serene atmosphere. Pay a visit, enjoy the tranquility. Relax, stroll, marvel at the beauty of the groomed park, or tour the on-site zoo. If you're traveling with children, there are play areas as well as a vehicle track for them to enjoy themselves on. When visiting Strasbourg, it is easy to get caught up in the stunning scenery, beautiful landmarks, insane food, and endless wine. Nevertheless, to properly appreciate Strasbourg, it is best to become more familiar with the city's history and culture. So pay a visit to the Historical Museum of the City of Strasbourg. Located in a former slaughterhouse since 1920, the Historical Museum of the City of Strasbourg attempts to preserve memories of the city's urban heritage, including its legislative, social, economic, and cultural past through its exhibits and programs. Strasbourg's historical background is on display at the museum, and visitors may learn about the city's development from the Middle Ages through the French Revolution. In addition to interactive games and activities, the museum offers a variety of educational programs for children. Among the exhibits at the museum are a collection of paintings and graphic arts, papers, prints, furnishings, weaponry, uniforms and old clothes from significant eras, and incredible archaeological collections. A visit to Strasbourg would be incomplete without taking a stroll around the city's lovely Petite France quarter. Set in the core of the old town, La Petite France is a charming neighborhood famed for its cobblestone alleys, scenic canals, and dinky, beautifully restored half-timbered dwellings decorated with splashes of color from hanging baskets of flowers. In the past, this bustling neighborhood was home to tanners, fishmongers, and millers, among other businesses, many of which are now cafes, restaurants, and hotels. La Petite France is a popular tourist destination, offering a variety of terrific eateries and cute gift shops. It's also a great spot to get lost in, notably late in the afternoon when the day trippers have left the premises. The canal-side vistas from these superbly conserved backstreet buildings are a sight you won't want to miss. If you've had your fill of Strasbourg, or want to spend more time savouring it, take a break with a day trip to Colmar. Also located in France's gorgeous Alsace area, Colmar is one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country, and a popular day trip from Strasbourg. Colmar is known for its cobblestone streets and beautiful half-timbered homes, making it feel like a storybook town. Many lovely medieval and early Renaissance structures can be found spread across the city. Colmar is less than 30 minutes by car or train from Strasbourg and is easily accessible by both modes of transportation. Colmar's many attractions include the Maison Pfister, a wine and liquor shop in the city's old town, and the Musée des Unterlinden, built in the 13th century by the Dominicans' Colmar Cathedral. The Maison Pfister is a well-known tourist destination, and it is highly suggested that you pay a visit. St. Martin's Collegiate Church is yet another gem to discover while exploring the historic city centre, particularly for its magnificent Gothic architecture. The Palais Rohan, often known as the Rhine Palace, is a fascinating tourist destination in Strasbourg. This former royal palace, built by the German Hohenzollern as a political manifesto for the unification of Alsace-Lorraine into the German Reich. Designed in a German neo-Renaissance style, the palace is a quadrilateral structure with 3 terraced gardens, a roof coated with antique ceramic tiles, and topped by an imperial dome. It is instantly distinguishable by its yellow carved sandstone structure, a nod to the Pitti Palace in Florentine. Following a visit to the palace, it is highly recommended to visit the Palais Rohan, now an archaeological museum in Strasbourg. The building was constructed between 1732 and 1742 for Cardinal Armand Gaston de Rohan-Soubise, the Prince Bishop of Strasbourg at the time. This beautiful mansion, which has been immaculately maintained, was designed and furnished in a matter of 10 years, quite a feat in the 18th century. In recent years, as well as housing the museum, it has functioned as a repository for important works of art. The Alsatian Museum, set in several lovely former dwellings in Strasbourg, has been presenting life in Alsace from bygone eras since its establishment in 1902. Now is the best time to visit, as the museum has recently been renovated. The Alsatian Museum was established to preserve the region's uniqueness in the face of Germanization efforts during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Over 5,000 artifacts from everyday life in Alsace during the 18th and 19th centuries are displayed in the museum, which is housed in 3 old houses in Strasbourg and connected by a confusing maze of stairwells and connecting corridors. Among the artifacts exhibited across the 30 rooms of the museum are furniture, household goods, traditional costumes, tools, religious artifacts, and illustrations from the period. In search of a luxurious setting to wine and dine in style? You're in France, ain't ya? Well, for a picturesque fine dining experience in the city, the Grande Île de Strasbourg is a fantastic option to consider. After a long day of travel, being able to sit down and enjoy a superb meal and a glass of fine wine is a luxury. The Cathedral Quarter, located on the Grande Île de Strasbourg, offers a beautiful setting for both activities. Following your meal, you can take in the sights of the town's attractions that are located in the surrounding area, such as the Egyptian House. A somewhat refreshing sight in Strasbourg, the Egyptian House in the German Quarter is an incredible sight to behold among the sea of medieval and Renaissance architecture. This stunning structure, completed in 1905 on Rue des Généraux Rapp, mixes Art Nouveau and Orientalism elements and is ripe for photographs. Strasbourg boasts many historic sites where you can roam about and look for souvenirs. Place Kléber is an excellent location for souvenir hunting and a pleasant morning or afternoon stroll. It is one of the largest plazas in Strasbourg, located in the heart of the city's business district. Now's the best time for you to treat yourself to a little retail therapy. The square was dedicated after French Revolutionary General Jean-Baptiste Kléber, born in Strasbourg in 1753, who was a key military figure in the French Revolution. A statue of Kléber stands in the center of the square, beneath which lies a vault housing the legendary revolutionary's ashes. If you're still hunting for mementos, you should also hit up Strasbourg Marketplace to find gifts and sample some yummy French food. The Strasbourg Marketplace is a great place to find fresh local produce and wines, and the Strasbourg Antique Market, which specializes in antiques and souvenirs, has a large assortment of fascinating relics for you to ponder over. There is a wealth of things to see and do in and around Strasbourg. Once you've arrived in the city, you'll discover that it's a treasure trove full of gems to discover. It is abundant in scenic beauty, tourist attractions, culinary delights, and of course, delectable wines. Visitors should take the time to explore every nook, cranny, corner, and crevice of Strasbourg because of the town's countless stunning features. If looking for an excellent French destination to explore, Strasbourg is a name that you should definitely add to your travel itinerary right away. Thanks very much for watching. If you're as much of a travel fanatic as we are, be sure to follow us on our Instagram via our handle @ViaTravelers or check out our blog at viatravelers.com. Au revoir!